Hi, everybody. I'm Amalia, and welcome back to Ovals and Oversharing. And this is
Morgan. Today we're going to be talking about time management in honor of this podcast being 2 days delayed.
oops.
But I will say, I think Amalia and I are both pros at time management, but we're very busy people in kind of similar ways. We're going to give you all the tips and stuff about how to be your best when you are
Yeah,
busy.
yeah.
So,
Alrighty. Um,
I
yeah,
guess
it's
for
been
starters, we could just do a little, how's it going? Quick check in.
good. Yeah. Uh, it's been really busy past few days, honestly. I feel like I don't even know what day it is this past 4 days, 5 days. I was like basically just at track meets Friday, Saturday, Sunday, working, and then yesterday, I don't even know what I did yesterday. Like I've been so busy that my laundry is still downstairs in the dryer, and I did it yesterday.
So is nobody gonna
So,
steal it or what?
well, somebody moved it from one dryer to the other dryer wet, and I was like, why didn't you just use the other empty dryer? But yeah, so I was a little confused with that, but it's down there, so I'm being annoying, but I'm gonna go get it after this. That's
That's
my
good.
goal.
Tuesday
But yeah,
afternoon,
that's my
little
update.
laundry. Yeah, it seems like you've been busy. Just like I feel like you've been your whole weekend was just track meets.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
raced.
I did. I did race.
How'd it go?
It went good. I ran the fastest I ever have straight up in the mile. um, it was probably the most fun race I've ever had at BU. And yeah, maybe it'll qualify me for nationals, but I'll run it again. So
Nice. Yay.
yeah.
It's exciting. Seriously.
How about you? Give us the.
Yeah, I've also been super busy. When you told me you're like, I can't do the podcast today, like, can we do it? So I was like, thank God, because like, I've just also been pretty busy, and yeah, I haven't been racing, so I haven't been in, like spending time at track meets, but just this weekend it was kind of nice for like a reset. Andrew was gone at a track meet, so I was just like editing a video and freaking cross country skiing my little mind out of everything. That's all I've been doing. I like cross trained for 12 and a half hours last week, so it was a huge week. And then yeah, just doing trucking along, staying in routine and stuff. So um yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Good.
good stuff.
Slay.
So
All right.
okay, let's get into it though. um First, we're gonna talk about our daily schedules and everything that we fit into our little lives. So Amalia, you go first because you are
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's a podcast. I wish I could show my calendar, but I rewrote my calendar yesterday because it's a new month.
You should do like digital calendars, maybe that would help you.
I have that too. I have to have like 3
Okay.
things.
Yeah.
Like I need to just constantly. Oh, and then I just showered, so it's off my hands. But I also write on my hands. But I have my to-do list book.
Cute little heartbreak. Shout out
Yeah.
there.
So I have like everything I need to do like every day, and then yeah,
Oh, that's so funny.
and then it's like it feels so like rewarding to cross it out. Okay, but anyway, like my daily routine every day is different, so that's kind of brutal, but um it's really nice. My coach is very like understanding because the grad classes here are all really late. Like my classes usually go from 5 to 10 p.m. So I like am usually not in bed till like 11 because I have to like walk home, or I have to, one of them's online, but it finishes at 10:15, so I have to like wind down a little bit. But he understands that, so that's why a lot of like my videos and stuff, like I'm running on my own a lot of runs because I get to, he's like, you should sleep in, otherwise you're just gonna like die.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we have 6 a.m. practice.
Yeah.
But like Mondays, I will usually go run with the team at like 7 a.m. And then I have class from 6 to 9:30 p.m. And then in between all that, I have my job with Heartbreak, which is pretty time consuming, but luckily I'm like 90% work from home. And when I do have to go in, it's like pretty fun stuff, like just getting content and
yeah, it looks fun.
Running videos. Yeah,
throwing
so
shoes up in
I'm
the
glad
air and
yeah, I'm glad it's actually fun. And other things like I have meetings for Graduate Women in Business. I'm vice president of, and then social media intern for Track and Field News, and
you run like 5 other accounts, don't you?
Yeah, I have. Oh God, I don't even know how many I have. Too many. But and then Tuesdays I have class. Tuesdays I work out. So today's brutal. I was up at 5:30. I worked out. And then I did weights, and then I came back, and I've been in like meetings all day long, and then I have class from 7 to 10:15 p.m. tonight. And then Wednesday, run on my own, and then class from 5 to 8 p.m. Then Thursday, run on my own, class from 5 to 8 p.m. Friday, 6 a.m. practice. No class Fridays. And then
That's great.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes I work on the weekends because track meets, but yeah.
Content. But that's like fun work at least.
Yeah.
So how do they do that? Do they like pay you like hourly for like your internship and stuff, or is it kind of just like salary
it's like
almost?
As much as I work. So I log whatever hours I do.
Okay.
But it's like baseline 20 hours, but if I go over, yeah, it's like between 20 and 30.
Okay.
Probably, but I try to log it pretty truthfully.
Yeah.
But it is like I'm getting enough, so
that's good. Yeah. I always like wonder because like I don't log, like I just go clock in, clock in, clock out, and it's like I always wonder how like the work from home stuff works, but that is kind of nice. You just log it and sweet. Yeah, I have like a more routine schedule, I would say, than yours. And like I actually am really grateful for that, and that's something that's been such a game changer this semester is like having a routine and like getting myself in a routine, because that just like is better than sporadically doing this and this and like trying to fit it all in last minute. So that has helped me. But for me, I work as the marketing specialist at the hospital here in Alamosa, and that's supposed to be like a full-time gig. But my boss is so chill, and so like if I can't hit 40 hours, it's okay. I think I've only hit 40 hours like twice in my whole life, and the rest it's like, anywhere from like 30 to 35. So I'm really thankful for that, and that they do offer me that flexibility, especially because they know like I'm in track, and also like graduate school, which I think I get away with being pretty easy here at Adams State, so that's like another big blessing, because I literally just save all my homework till Sundays, and I just grind it out on Sundays, which is like I wouldn't recommend, but also would recommend. And then like obviously just like practice and stuff, but like recently I haven't really been going to practice because like I'm hurt, so I'm not gonna show up to practice just to come home and get on the damn cross country ski machine. So I've just been like trying to fit that in whenever I can, and like I said, like last week I cross trained for like 12 and a half hours, which is like a pretty big week for me, so whatever. And then on top of that, like I'm trying to work with, so like we had like a running club in Alamosa that was super fun and kind of fell through the cracks, but we're trying to get like our own thing started, so like that's something I'm working on. I have my own little like freelance marketing business that I have like a couple of people I do stuff for, so that keeps me pretty busy. And then like on top of that, I guess just planning a wedding for the summer, a big old party, which I'm finally like doing stuff for, which is gonna be so exciting. So yeah, those are kind of the bigger things. And then obviously both of us do our personal content creation, and I'm not as good at it as Amalia. Like you're very you're very on top of it. I'll just post a vlog whenever I feel like I want to. Um, but like I said, like this weekend I was editing a video, so hopefully in the next week or so I'll have it
Yeah,
out. And
you
then
got it. You got it.
and then you try to like hang out with your friends and cook dinner and like
Yeah.
like you're hanging out with Mitchell and I'm trying to like make time for Andrew, and so like we both just have like some crazy lives, but like I think it keeps us both very
Yeah, definitely.
happy. So
For sure.
yeah, I guess what are some of the challenges that you have with being so crazy?
Mm, I guess like a really short-term challenge I had today was like I had 2 meetings both at 12:30, which
Double
was kind of
booked.
frustrating. And I had to just like not go to one and go to the other, which was just like kind of annoying. And I was like, I don't know how because that's gonna happen like once. Well, it's only 2 more months, but I was like, oh, this is something that's gonna happen again, like an issue I'm gonna run into again, and I have no control over it. But other than that, I feel like I'm definitely busier here than I ever was in Alamosa. But
City life.
yeah, but it's like more fun. Like I enjoy the things I do more like working wise. So that like work is fun, running is fun, being on the team is fun, but school is like pretty difficult. So I think like my biggest challenge is like finding enough time to do like a lot of homework and like writing papers and like group projects, and then meeting with groups for group projects, and like tests. Like I have a lot of tests, and like for a while in undergrad I didn't really have tests, so now I have to like readjust to like studying again, which I am fine. Like I'm not a like dummy, but like
it takes time. Yeah, your
and
classes are in person, so it makes it like even more time consuming, I feel like.
Except for one.
Oh,
but,
thank God.
But that one is still hard. So like yeah, I think the hardest challenge I've had is like finding enough time to do school, which I have found.
Yeah.
But it's never like the same day. Like usually Saturday and Sunday is my homework days, but like on a weekend where I'm working at a track meet for 8 hours both days, like I don't have time to do homework.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, that's my biggest challenge.
Yeah, I think mine is like actually pretty similar. I think more than just like homework, but it's like being 100% bought into everything that I do. I feel like I like half-ass a lot of stuff, like and that comes with like pros and cons, you know, because I like have like guilt about it a little bit, you know, like school is the first to go for me. I don't care as long as I pass, like that's great. I never wanted to go to master's, like I never wanted to go to graduate school. I never wanted a master's in the first place. Like I'm literally doing it so that I can run, and so I have to remind myself of that. Like I'm literally here still going to school because I want to run, so like I'm gonna prioritize running over everything, you know. And so like yeah, being a really studious student is definitely a challenge for me, but then also like I hate to admit it, but even like work, like I just sometimes do the bare minimum, and like that's okay, you know. And like I don't know, I think it took me a bit of time, because like last year I was like everything has to be perfect, like it's got to be like the best I've ever done or whatever, and then like I was stressed, and then like not running as well and not doing other things that I actually care about well. And so now I'm like, okay, I literally have this job so I can pay my bills, like that's enough sometimes, you know. And it's like I'm not saying like I'm a shite employee, like I actually think I'm a really good employee, and I like work really hard when I am there, but like yeah, definitely there's things that take, what's the word, precedence over others. And so I think that's kind of hard for me, but yeah. And then like last year too, like the whole like mental health of it all, like mental health side of that, like I think just like burnout, you have to be really careful with like having crazy schedules like ours. But you seem to be pretty good with it all, so slay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of like bare minimum. Like that's been my motto like since forever, like since middle school. Like if I don't know what I need to know by like 8:30 p.m.
Yeah,
closed, and I'm getting in
And
bed.
that's like a healthy mindset, really. I remember freshman year, I was such a grinder for school. Like, I would be like in the library all the time, and you and Raina would be like, I'm just gonna do the bare minimum. And like, actually, you guys helped me so much, like, coming out of that. I was telling Andrew that yesterday. I was like, I used to be actually really type A. Like, I would like have perfect notes and like study and read every single page for every class. And then like you start to realize like, okay, this is all for nothing. It would be like for
Yeah.
my government class. Like, I don't care, you know? So sometimes
Yeah.
it's okay to
Just like doing everything well, but sometimes I don't need to do it perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
I've never been like that.
Yeah.
Maybe for some things that I actually enjoy doing, I'll be
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm gonna, like, when I open up the damn Photoshop app, that's when I need to be careful, because I will work and work until it looks
perfect. It's gotta, oh my gosh, I get that. Like, I'll be doing some graphic for work and I'll be like, no, the font needs to be just a bit bigger. Or
Mhm.
like, I'll go through fonts just like to try to choose the perfect one. It's like, just choose a font. Nobody cares.
Bro,
Like,
yeah, literally. I know. Oh, that's like, stuff like that is where it gets me.
yeah. Or like editing. That's why YouTube videos are like my best friend and worst enemy, because I like I'll think about it. I'll like think about one little clip for ages before I'm like, no,
Oh
it should be this
gosh.
way. And it's like, nobody's gonna notice it but me, you know? And then
Yeah.
like if it's wrong, I'll watch the video back and be like, "Ugh, it doesn't look good." But it's like, no, like people just want content. And I think that's like, I admire that about you like so much. I tell everybody, I'm like, Amalia, you have to give her respect. She's a hustler. Like, I like, bro, I put out a YouTube video maybe like twice every month, maybe if you're lucky, and like you're grinding it out. So
Bro,
props.
speaking of that, I've like each day I've been meaning to do one, but when's coming? Tomorrow is Thursday.
Go
I've
like and
got
subscribe.
my SD cards in the camera. Oh my god, the sun. But yeah, the YouTube is harder for me.
Yeah,
TikTok is easy.
it takes time to edit videos.
Mhm. Yeah, but I'm definitely not as like, I'm not as much of a grinder with it as you are, like, editing.
Yeah, well, I think like, I don't know. I think I never started it for anything but just like I loved editing videos.
Yeah.
And then like as I learned more about editing, I was like, okay, I want to do this, this, and this. But it takes more time. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, respect in both areas, I suppose. What are some of the positives of being busy for you?
Positives. I
None.
guess it's gotten me where I want to be right now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, I mean, me and you talk about this all the time, but people, like, I respect people for this, but at the same time, like, there's a line where you need to be realistic. Like, you go to college, you're going to school, like, that's good, you're going to class, like, you need to be focused on your classes. But then, like, a lot of athletes get, like, so dialed in where they're like, I'm gonna be a professional runner, and like, I'm gonna be a professional athlete, and like, that's great. Like, everybody in college wants to be a professional athlete. Like, you're not different. Like, right, like, that's everyone's dream. I'd love to be a
100%.
professional athlete.
Yeah.
But like, at the same time, from freshman year, I was like, okay, I want to be a professional athlete, but I also want to make sure that I have a job that I like and I'm hireable, and like, I don't want to be like,
especially in the running world. Like, you can be professional all you want, but most even professional runners have to have a side gig, you know? Like,
so yeah, like, being busy has helped me get where I need to be. Like, both our resumes are like miles long, and it's because we've decided to, or even like Raina, like our friend, like all our girlfriends,
for real,
like our resumes are like impeccable. Like, we've got like 50,000 things that are all like really good quality because we've stayed busy and like worked our way up. And we didn't like, we're not going to leave grad school and be like, oh frick, I wish I would have not just run all those years, and I would have had some sort of job besides like
working at a coffee shop,
bartending in the summer.
I think like, I wonder how many graduate students graduate and then they're stuck working, you know, a service job or something that they didn't go to school for because they don't have experience. And
Yeah.
like I think a lot of people think like, oh, I have a degree, I'll just get a job when I'm done. And it's like at this point, like so many people have degrees that like the thing that's going to make you competitive is like having experience and like you've always said, like having connections, like that's the number one way to get like jobs. And obviously like careers and like degrees are different. Like if you went to school to be a teacher, okay, yeah, you have a job. Or if you went to school to be a nurse, like yeah, of course you're gonna have a job. But like when you're in like our industry or like I don't know, even like a lot of sciences, you know, you have to have experience. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah, but it also like I respect people who like take a year off and like work in a coffee shop, like if that's what you want to do. But people who like complain, like I can't find a job. I'm like, well, did you do anything? Like, I'm not getting hired anymore. I'm like, did you have any like internship? I'm not saying like it is hard to get a job. Like,
it is.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not like just
even with experience. Even with experience,
like,
it's hard.
Yeah, like I've gotten lucky and like unlucky, but like people who just didn't do anything at all in undergrad except like go to their business class that everyone else goes to.
Yeah.
Like
and like so if that's what you're like able to do, like I mean part of the reason I have a job and have like a huge resume is because like I literally had to like pay my way through like school and like to just live, you know. And so it's like if you're able to just go to class and like live your normal college life, like props, like do that. Like I actually like if I didn't have to work I wouldn't, you know. But at the same time, like use your summers wisely and use your time off wisely. Like go apply for internships and like at least get like interview experience and like stuff like that, you know. Like I don't know, it's definitely a fine line, but
I mean it can go either way, but definitely keeping busy has helped me get where I need to be. Like I wouldn't be where I am if I hadn't done all these things in the past. And like same with you.
Yeah, for sure. No, it like kind of sucks in the moment, but I know it like will pay off, you know. And it's like even like right now I'm like, okay, yeah, this isn't my dream job, this isn't like what I want to do, but like I know everything happens for a reason, so like whatever. But the other thing I would say is like it helps to like not take running so seriously, and it helps to like, you know, take your mind off of the sport a little bit, because you literally can't think about running when you're at work, you know. And like I don't know, I think that's a good thing sometimes. Like okay, I have a workout, like I'm not gonna be dwelling on it all day. Like I'm just gonna go to work, then I'm gonna show up to the workout, and I'm gonna just be where I am, you know. So I think that's another positive.
Definitely. Because like sometimes when I'm having a really rough day and like I have a workout or something, I'm like, the workout's not scary, the workout's the easiest part of my day. Like the workout's like the fun part of my day. Like I don't think I ever really had like practice anxiety, because I was always like, this is the most fun part of my day, because I'm doing like I'm grinding in school, I'm grinding in this, and like now I get to go have fun.
Literally. And then if like the workout goes bad, sometimes I'm like, well, I worked all day, and like well, I had a hard day at work, and like I'm not saying like that doesn't help me from having a mental breakdown, like but like even over winter break I had just like a tough day at work, just like super busy, kind of just like feeling burned out, went to go do a workout and it just did not go well, and I was just like, oh, I just had a tough day at work, and I'm just tired, so like whatever. But like I was crying, but I think there's pros to both of that.
Definitely.
Okay, well, I guess what would be some of your tips for managing a busy life, being a college athlete?
Definitely don't bite off more. Like I feel like there's a point where like between like last semester towards the end, no, it was like the middle, and I was like, I got to Boston and I was like, oh, there's so many things I can do, like there's so many opportunities, and like I can do all these things, and I like signed up for all these things, and then like towards the middle of the semester I was like, oh my god, like I'm doing way too much, and like I can't do well, and I am not really enjoying some of these things that I'm doing. And so then coming into this semester I was like, you need to actually do things that you A, enjoy, and B, like you have to say no sometimes. So my advice is like, don't always say yes at every opportunity. Like, say yes to opportunities that you're gonna like or are gonna like get you where you want to be, or like are a step in the right direction, but also don't do like 3 of those things. Maybe just do 1 so you can do it well.
Yeah.
And yeah,
that actually is such a good piece of advice, because like I feel like I'm also just such a yes person. Like, oh yeah, it won't be hard. Like, yes, 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 yes. And then it's like I leave and I'm like, I'm about to have a mental breakdown because like I literally don't know how I'm gonna do all of this.
Oh yeah.
So it's like just being honest, really. Like, don't lie.
And I'm not like that. Like, I have hard time sometimes, like, saying yes, because I like to put myself first, like, to the point where sometimes I'm like, girl, like, you need to be a little bit uncomfortable sometimes.
But, yeah, but that, like, I mean, that is like a little bit healthy, you know? Like,
yeah, I don't think it's selfish, but I'm like, do I really want to be like not on my couch for this 3 hours of free time? Like,
yeah, like, and that's like fair, you know? Like,
yeah, so like I always prioritize like being comfy, I guess.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of good though. I think like that would be another tip like I had is like prioritize like what's important to you, you know? Yeah. And like I think it kind of goes along with what I was saying, like, okay, yeah, sometimes school has to like take, you know, what do you call it, take the back seat.
Yeah. And then something that like I make it sound like I'm so busy, but like I will always make time for like hanging out with friends.
Oh my gosh, like, yeah. I think that was like a huge game changer for me this fall. Like just being married to Andrew, like he's so chill. And so like just like taking the evening to watch a movie or taking the weekend to just like chill and not like have to like, oh yeah, like I have to work on YouTube video, I have to do this and I have to do this and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, we're just gonna sit and watch The Incredibles. Like, how great is that, you know? Yeah. And like I literally like could see like my mental health like getting exponentially better, and so like it's huge, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like in the fall I feel like I wasn't prioritizing hanging out with people, because I'm like in grad school, so my schedule is a little bit odd, so I'm only really with the team like 3 to 4 times a week, whereas like at Adams I was with the team like 14 times a week because we were like twice a day every day. So like finding friends has been like a slow uphill battle, but like this semester I've definitely like I have a new art friend that I hang out with on Mondays, and then on Sundays I run with my old friend that we rekindled our friendship after like 20 years. And that's crazy. Like I have Raina sometimes, or and then my like one friend, she's moving to Australia on Thursday, so I've been trying to pack it in with her. And just like meeting new people. Like I'll be on like out running, and if someone says like, oh my gosh, I follow you on TikTok, and they're like look my age and look like they're going my pace, I'm like, hey, like let me get your number.
Let's run. That's awesome. Yeah. They're probably like, oh my gosh, Amalia, like oh yeah, that's great.
But yeah, I feel like that's something I've been trying to do better at, is like hanging out with people, because I'm with Mitchell all the time.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. It's like, I think I do need to be better about like hanging out with the girls that I do have here, you know, because it's like, okay, like now like me and Andrew live together. It's like we do hang out all the time, and like I'm with like Will and Taylor, like the in-laws, all the time, because it's like that's family, you know, and like that's great. But then like I have friends here, and like it's great when we go get dinner and can just like, you know, hash it out together, and like girl time is just so valuable. Like this week we're having a Galentine's thing, which will be super fun. But and we're gonna watch like, never mind. But I'm just kidding. We're gonna watch the Shelby Houlihan documentary.
Oh my god.
And be haters. But anyways.
Be haters. What was this? Advice? Yeah. Make time for friends and.
Yeah, I think the other thing I would say is like stick to a routine, and like I said at the beginning, it's like been a huge game changer. But Andrew and I, like, because he has to be at like school so early, and so like we just start waking up like 6:30 and grinding, and it's like, okay, yeah, if I wake up at 6:30, I can get my cross training in, I can double, I can get to work by like 8 or 9 and like work a whole day before practice, and it's great, you know. Versus like last year I would just like wake up whenever I wanted, just work a tiny bit, have no money, and be depressed. So like, but also I think like a routine like keeps me really like motivated and like energized a little bit, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just makes life easier. But yeah. Oh yeah, and then the last one I had was like I guess we kind of touched on this, but like being just like completely present like with where you're at, like in your day, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
when I'm at work, I'm at work. And when I go to practice, I'll be at practice. And like I like last year had to turn off all my notifications, like my email notifications from work. I turned off my like Snapchat notifications so I'm not distracted and stuff. And like that has helped a ton cuz like
Mm-hmm.
I'd be walking into practice reading an email like stressed out and I'm like you're off the clock. Like
Mm-hmm.
stop, you know? So I don't
Yeah,
know. That would
that's
be
real.
my piece of advice. But
Yeah, especially because you have a very like different parts of your life, or like like medical work, and then like running, and then like
I know it'd be different if like it
business
was
school. Like,
content I liked, you know?
yeah, I
But
know. 'Cause, like I have a hard time like compartmentalizing because like I'm in school for marketing, and then I'm like everyone and their mom's social media marketing intern, and then like, but all of it is running related, and then I go to practice, so like everything is connected, which like is fine. Like I don't have any like problem with it, but yeah, I don't know how to separate them.
I mean, yeah, it's just like you're just like mine is on running all day almost, you know?
Yeah,
But it's not like your personal running. So like it's not a bad
yeah,
thing, but like
and
I
yeah,
could see how that's hard. Like I don't
yeah,
know. Cuz like
yeah,
for me
but
it's
it's
like
okay.
okay, I just have to do like what I'm told at work, and then when I'm
Mhm,
off, like it's easy to not think about it because like
mhm,
that subject doesn't come up ever again in my entire day, you know. But
yeah, that's
which I
fair.
guess is like a blessing, you know,
Mhm,
about having a job that is like a little less exciting. Um,
yeah,
but we try
yeah,
to make it exciting
yeah, you
in the
do.
marketing department. We try our best,
Oh,
but
oh,
yeah.
that's funny.
Um, okay, well, what is one thing that has motivated you in the past week?
Um, Let me think. Do you have one on your tip of your tongue?
Dude, I don't know. I was trying to think of one. Um, the one
I
thing
just
I'm like very, I think, motivated by the media I consume. So like we just finished the Tour de France documentary last night,
okay.
and holy cow, like it's like the season 2 is so good. Like it
Okay.
like will bring you to tears.
I've
But
seen season one, but all
no,
right.
usually I would recommend it's good background noise too.
Hmm.
Um I don't know, I feel like cycling is actually really inspirational and like I've been like cross training a ton, so I think that has been like actually really motivating and I'm like, wow,
Aw.
these people are so fit and
You
like
got it. You should watch Naiad. It's a movie, but it,
okay,
it motivated me like 3 weeks ago.
okay, I'll write that
Funny,
down.
funny.
Naiad.
And
Slay.
just like baller, like baddie old lady. Well, not even old,
Okay.
but yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
Sorry,
Sweet.
keep going.
No, you're good. No, that was I mean that's
Oh,
and good music. Oh my gosh, wait. Emily, so we have this like never mind, but Emily like recommended this song. This is not even a motivator. This is so off topic, but it's called frick. It's called it's right here. It's called Moves by Suki Waterhouse.
okay,
It's the
yeah,
one
yeah.
she like recommended to. I love that song. Everywhere I go, put that song on right now. So,
That's funny. I know that
song
song.
recommendation. I
Okay,
just
all
like
right.
it. But I think that's how I am. I like get hooked on one song and I like play it over
No,
and over
that's so
again.
fair.
So,
Yeah, that's so fair. That's literally me. So I have no room to talk. Uh, yeah. Okay, I guess for me, I I ran pretty well on Friday, and like it maybe will get me into nationals, but I'm probably gonna have to run like 1 second faster. Uh, but then I made friends with this girl, um, who was in my race, and we like talked on the starting line because it was pouring rain to warm up, so our feet were itchy and like wet. And she like,
oh,
I turned to her like when we were like getting corralled before the starting line, and she was like, my feet. No, I was like, my feet are soaking wet. And she was like, yeah, mine are low-key itchy. And I was like, oh my god, okay, me too. Like, I'm the only one. And then after the race, we refound each other. And she was like a D3 girl from Wisconsin.
Aww.
So Ari, shout out if you're watching this. But then we were like yapping, and just like making friends. And then I was like, oh my god, I have to go cool down. And she was like, oh my gosh, me too. Like, this is perfect. It's pouring right now. So we're like gonna go cool down together. And then we go talk to her coach. And I was like, like I just ran like 4:57. I thought I was safe for nationals, like, but they convert it slower because it's a bank track, so it's really like 5 flat. And he was like, well, like, you might be okay. Like, Ari got in with 5:01 last year off of a bank conversion, which is a freaking ripoff. But so that motivated me. I was like, okay, because before that I was like pissed. But then he was like, you can do it, and like I was like, okay, and I can run.
So, I love that. People help people, seriously.
And her motivated me, like, random coach, but we're friends now, so I made another friend.
I love that, seriously.
But, yeah.
That, like, reminds me, like, I posted this, like, video of me on the, like, cross-country ski machine, and I was like, if you see me in Indianapolis mid-March, like, it's because of the physical therapist that's been helping me and this torture device. And he, like, slid up and he was like, if, like, you're gonna get in, like, skiing is harder than, running or whatever. And I was like, dude, that is actually so true. Like, that thing is a grind. So, like, people helping people is so powerful. Like, I love that. Like, you can go to, like, a random coach and he's like, oh, no, like, I love positive people like that, you know?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I know. And just, like, encouraging. Because then, like, me and her, I was like, okay, like, I'll see you in Rochester, like, because we both still need to qualify. And I was like, okay, I'm going to see you in Rochester. Like, I'll see you again. She's like, yeah, like, we'll see each other in Rochester. And I was
that's
like, okay,
so exciting.
Like, yeah.
I love that.
Hopefully we actually get to see each other. But
I love that, like, girls, like, unite, you know? Like, from different teams and stuff. Like, I always felt like that with, like, the RMAC. We all, like, go to nationals and we're, like, best friends, you know?
Literally.
So I love meeting friends, from competitors to friends. That's, like, the best. I love that.
Yeah. And, like, there was no, like, I wasn't even, like, competitive with this girl. I was like, I want us both to get in, and I don't really care that she's someone that could be ranked ahead of me. Like, I don't care.
No, that's seriously the best.
Aww. Yeah, that was cute, so.
It's cute. Well, I don't know if you have anything else. I think that's all for this week.
Yeah, I think we
crunched it in the middle of the day. I'm about to go to practice, so I don't know how we fit this bad boy in.
I don't even know what I have next. A meeting and then class. Not doubling.
Good, yeah. Prioritize yourself.
Yeah. No double, but yeah.
No double. Okay, well, if anybody has recommendations of what you want, let us know, and we'll yap about it probably this Sunday if we can. If not, we'll do it sometime.
Yeah.
But
alrighty.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah. It's been real. It's been fun.
All right.
Goodbye.
Okay, see ya.